On this three-part series, so far we've configured all Starlink and installed it on our Raspberry device, Raspberry Pi, and we've got it working with our radio. And it can connect and disconnect from stations. Well, let's go ahead and start installing the dashboard for that. So log in SSH over to your All-Star and go ahead and do apt install Allmon3. That's going to go ahead and install Allmon3 for us. Hit yes, we want to install it, and I'll install everything that's necessary and put everything in its place. This should only take a little, somewhere around 30 to 45 seconds. You can also follow along in our video or in our README file that I built under the configure Allmon3. This will have all the commands necessary. Okay. We have Allmon3 installed. Let's go ahead and configure it. So you want to change directory to etc Allmon3. Well, ls, and we see that. So let's go ahead and nano allmon3.ini. And scroll down to the bottom. We're going to uncomment out these few items. And we're going to change this 1999 to 580784. Use your node number in that instance. So we're going to go ahead and Control O. You can also change your password here, but don't get it confused with another Allmon3 password that we're going to be using. For this demonstration, I'm just going to use the password. And now this is everything that we need to do. Let's go ahead and create a web page password. So this is going to be the password you need to use to access and control the web page. Allmon3 delete. So I already ran that command earlier. And now we're going to go ahead and create a password for the username admin. Enter a password. I want to use the password Starlink for this video. And it's going to create the password. So we're going to go ahead and start Allmon3. I've already started it, but I have to restart. And let's check the status. So we're right here, active, running. So let's go out to Allmon3's page. So right here we have our Allmon3 page. It's already nice and working and it's connected over. So let's go ahead and log in. We use admin and we're going to put the password we used. Login successful. Let's go ahead and add a connection. So if you hit this little execute linking command button right here, we'll click that. We'll connect to node. We're going to just go ahead and connect to pair test. And we see that the pair works. So I want to hit this X button so we can disconnect it. Disconnects pretty quickly. So now let's go ahead and connect to the East Coast reflector. Connect to 7339. So now we're connected over to the East Coast reflector. As you can see, it's connected here. So we have Allmon3 installed. So let's go ahead and get all Echolink working on our All-Star nodes. So let's run the command ASL-menu. We're going to enter expert configuration menu and echolink.conf. So we're going to go ahead and fill it in with all your information. Pretty simple, right? So you're going to put in your call sign and then use -R-L. You're going to put in your password. I'm not going to put that in there for right now. And then we're going to put in our name. Okay. We'll put in our email. And then go ahead and put your Echolink node number in here. If you don't know what that is, just search Echolink node number lookup and then type in your node. Mine's 268213. So I'm going to put that right in there. Skip everything else unless you really want to put that in there. So at the end it says AST node. That's your All Starlink node. We're going to put in our All Starlink node number there. After that, that should be everything. We're going to use default Echolink servers. Control O, Control X. Echolink is done. And then now we're going to go ahead and edit our modules.config. And we're going to scroll down until we see chan_Echolink. I believe it is. So right here on our channels, we have chan_Echolink. We're going to change that no load So this is telling All-Star not to load the Echolink. If we remove no and it is load, then it's telling All-Star to load Echolink. So remove the no from no load, and that makes it load. So now it's going to load our Echolink to get it working. So we're going to save this file, and then we're going to restart asterisk. Now, Echolink has always been a little bit buggy for me, so it might not say you're online, or it might say you're online in 2 days. It's kind of finicky. Make sure you have all your information correct. So to connect to a Echolink node, what you need to do so if I want to connect to KC9MCC, this repeater, if I want to connect to this repeater, I don't just connect to that node number. All you have to do is you have the Echolink node number, and then you add the number 3 in front of the Echolink node number. That tells All-Star that it's a Echolink node. So just add the 3 in front of the Echolink node number and then hit execute, and then it'll run it. This is not going to run because Echolink is not working for me. I did not put in my password, so we're going to go ahead and exit. But assuming all your information is correct, it should work. It might not work immediately. You might have to wait a couple days, or you're going to have to do your firewall test. So at this point, what you want to do is you're going to want to port forward these ports if you want to receive incoming connections, and you might have to do this just to get Echolink to work right. You're going to want to port forward 4569, 5198, 5199, and 5200. 4569 is your All-Star node port, and then 5198, 5199, and 5200 is the Echolink ports. 4 of those for TCP/UDP, and then you should be all set. And you want to port forward those to the IP address. If you do not know your IP address, just run IPA, and your IP address is right there. So also, with the Allmon3, you can run IPA. It tells your IP address, so you just copy this right here, and then you just paste it /Allmon3, and then that's your Allmon3 page. And then you can log in. So that's how you do Echolink and install Allmon3 dashboard for your All-Star node. In the next video, we're going to configure DV switch so we can dynamically use any digital mode over All-Star, and then if we don't want to use it, then we can simply just disconnect DV switch from our node at any time using a private node. So we'll get that in the next video.